So this picture here doesn't really do it justice. The thumbnail is a white feather. The title is Motherships because they're a big orange glow underneath that one. You can't see it as pretty as I can see it. But and there's a side one and there's some small ones. And then there's some small ones over there. Now, for the skeptics that think those are just clouds, the whole sky is blue except for the motherships that are cloaked. And then there's a few over there. There's a great big one right there. So I wanted to show you them. I wasn't going to do this yet, and they said no. They wanted me to take a picture of the big one, and it's right over the mountain. So if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Okay, we've got Dokken and we've got Firehouse. And I'm telling you, those groups got me through a lot of Dark Night of the Soul. And how they did it was those songs remind me of my ancient one. Okay? So I don't know what songs you have that remind you of your ancient one, but those songs got me through the 80s, which was a very dark period of my life. It was fun, it was full of music, but it was very dark. And the 90s was recovery, 95. So half of it was dark, real dark, and the other half was recovery. So I'm just letting you know, Tooth and Nail, the album by Dokken, awesome. I played it over and over again. And Alone Again was my favorite. I love the guitar riff in there. Okay, so birdies will come soon. So we're going to go in and do some cards. I had to show you them. I wasn't going to do this till later. I wanted you to look over the shorts. I'm not going to go over them because I think they're pretty self-explanatory. And I'm not going to go over them. I'm going to do a whole new reading. So we're going to take the cards. I'll go over a few of them. I shouldn't say I'm not going to go over any of them. I'm going to go over a few of them. I've got orange on again. I know you can't see me. I'll put on some lights in just a second. I've got orange on again because we had a lot of arrests last night. And they told me to keep quiet because it's not something that we need to focus on at the present moment. They said to read the transcript for the last couple readings, and they also said to watch my video and then read the transcript later, like 2 different times. So instead of watching the video several times, watch the video, but the video kind of distracts. The video distracts. The stuff in the video distracts you from the words. So I read the transcript after I watch a video. I told you I'm down to just a few people, so it's not that hard. But read the transcript without watching the video and then watch the video. Okay, so I've got the white faith candle, the incense going here. Let's get this all ready here. I wasn't going to do this. It doesn't matter. I just hit live and go anyway. But I want to get my bottom covered here. Get my bottom covered here. I've got orange on, lots of arrest. I told you that the snake, the head of the snake, the movie Grendel, I watched some of Grendel yesterday, And the first part of the movie is where he walks in the cave and he cuts the snake's head off. And that's about as far as I got. I didn't get much further on that movie. I don't really like to watch movies that are about battlefields and wars because to me that is so obsolete now that I try to stick with sci-fi. And all the movies like Grendel. There were some other ones too. I forget the names of them. But I just can't watch them. It's just, when I see people with swords and shields and armor, it's just so obsolete to me now that it's hard for me to watch it. So I try to stick with sci-fi. Now, if you noticed, I just repeated myself a few times, and before that, I repeated myself a few times. I'm walking into things. I've got a couple owies on my shins because it's like I'm walking forward and I don't even see the cement curb there or something that I'm supposed to walk over. I just kind of like walk into it. So I can really tell that everything's shifting. My speech is funny. Just a lot of different things going on. So if you're feeling kind of weird, you're not alone. You're not alone in this. Okay, so I do have the cards here still from, where can I put the incense here? I still have the cards here from Dokken, Alone Again. We had the King of Cups first. Love, emotions, patient, wise leader, stable, balanced. That's what the ancient one is. That's what your twin flame is. I was going to call him the Tin Man. He might have wore a lot of armor back then, and maybe that's why I don't like them movies, because it's Six of Cups. It's nostalgia. It's reconnecting with the past, and I'm totally into the future right now. I'm done healing my inner child, and I have peace with the past. Six of Cups. So the King of Cups and the Six of Cups were the first ones out. And then we had the Justice energy, the Eight of Wands, and the Chariot. Those are all incoming fast communication, and it's balanced energy coming in. Before we were like all trying to go through the dark night of the soul, trying to heal our inner wounds. We were trying to focus on what projects we wanted or what we wanted to do. It's kind of like all that's behind us now, or it should be, and you should be just in that period of really trying to get out of this physical avatar. And that has a lot of perspective and justice balance. So we've got the Eight of Wands is incoming quickly. The word quickly just kept standing out. And the video I just watched, Wand CCC Readings, is talking about the unexpected coming in. And it's coming in, but it's not really unexpected, because it's kind of like you're at the end of the movie, and usually at the end of the movie, the good guy wins, and you just need to see how it all plays out. That's where we're at. We know we won. We're at the end of the movie, and now we're just letting the very end play out. So when I was talking about the arrests, it's just the little minions that are left. The little minions at the bottom that think that they can still troll you and, I'm going to do something to them. It's laughable, I guess, is the only thing I can say. So it's just laughable. We're completing our soul contract with the Queen of Cups energy and the Emperor energy. That was the last three cards. The Emperor, the Queen of Cups, and the Two of Cups. So the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, they get back together. It's like I was talking about them songs. I don't play them a lot anymore. That's why I couldn't even remember yesterday that Firehouse sang Love of a Lifetime, because I don't sit here and play them songs anymore. I love them, and when we play them on the spaceship and I'm told to bring them into you in a reading, I do it like I did. But I don't sit around and play them because it's past. It's like those movies, right? If I was going to sit here and play Dokken in Firehouse and watch the movie Grendel or Braveheart, or Braveheart's a good example, it's just that's not me anymore. I would rather be watching Love and Thunder with Thor, okay? And get my Emperor, my Queen of Cups, my King of Cups, and fulfill my soul contract. So we're going to shuffle a few of these. I've got the Nine of Pentacles randomly at the bottom. Okay, we're going to go ahead and see what the cards want to tell you. I think you got the understanding of them songs. It's also in the Firehouse. Here's the Emperor just flew out. Okay, so that's cool. And we'll take these cards on top that wanted to come out. And the bottom is the Ace of Pattern, which is the Ace of Wands. So the Emperor is going through an in and out energy, and we heard that yesterday in somebody's video. And the Emperor, I just talked about him now being the King of Cups and meeting or getting reunited with his Queen of Cups. Now, yesterday's video, I want you to watch Firehouse, Love of a Lifetime, because there were like 4 cards in the corner halfway through the shorts that were talking about a spiritual disease and talking about the past. And then it also said in the near future, and it had a picture of an air balloon that I had on my thumbnail just before that, the video before that. I showed you a picture of an air balloon that was a rainbow air balloon that I saw. The card in the future has a picture of that air balloon. And what was after in the near future? The player card. Yep. So again, when I talk about them little minions running around trying to disrupt you, that's what's going on. And you see a little minion down here, but she's a good one. That's Silver Bullet. Hi, Silver Bullet. I can see her. But yeah, the little minions running around, they don't want you to have your ancient one. They never have, right? They're always trying to keep you guys apart, and they've done a good job of it. But again, the end of the movie, what happens in the end of all the movies? Oh yeah, Love and Thunder get back together. Whoever gets back together, right? It's just the way it is. You know, we serve a good God. We serve a very high, all-winning God. So the player energy is going to come back in. Now, they're also saying that by listening to that music and watching them movies, I could actually revert backwards. And I know that. I don't need to reminisce the old times. Remember when I said to you that you had to quit taking with you the pictures and the Marys and all the people that you were, and you had to leave them behind? You have to know who you were, learn from your lesson, learn from your past, and move forward. Okay, that's that Six of Cups card that came out here after the King of Cups. Nostalgia. Reconnecting with the past, finishing past karma, inner child, right? Those are done. What's the next two? Future self, peace with the past, okay? Future self, peace with the past. That's what we're supposed to be focusing on. So if I'm listening to that music and I'm watching them movies, that might take me backwards. Now, I take the positive out of it. So what I'm telling you about the positive is that like in the movies, we always cut the head off the snake. We always win. Lots of casualties, lots of injuries, but we always win in the end. with the music. Didn't I tell you I loved the guitar in those two songs? I love the guitar. I just was jamming out to Alone Again, that guitar riff. I just love that stuff. So that's okay, as long as we don't fall into the nostalgia of it. So that's the warning, and it's a big warning for the Emperor and the Empress. Top cards here, we've got the Chariot again. So do you see how this is just repeating itself? We've got the Chariot again, the Emperor again. I said did not to get stuck in the past, the Eight of Swords. Go towards your Ten of Pentacles. Walk away from the past, the Five of Cups. Don't get your heart into the old nostalgia. Everything I said just backed up before I even pulled these. And then there's the Eight of Wands again. Communications coming in. But it can't come in if you're in the corner crying over the sad music and the sad movies. You can still watch the movie and you can still listen to the music, but be listening to how you're going to make new music with that guitar. And be thinking about how you won in the battlefields. Okay? So our challenges, Five of Swords, are equal give and take, Six of Pentacles. So can you do this balanced? Can you do this equally? Can you turn off the sad movie? And can you not listen to that music the way you used to listen to it? Those musics, those songs got me through dark nights of the soul. I'm not going through a dark night of the soul right now, but I can listen to the guitar and say, hey, can you play like that? Let's do a new song. Let's do sequels to these songs. What I'd really like to do if I'm going to do music in the future is do sequels to all my playlist songs. Who's up for that? Peaceful, easy feeling, Four of Wands. Who's up for that? Who's up to do sequels to all my songs in my playlist? 17:39 on the clock. Smoking gun. Okay, this is the Seven of Pentacles, smoking gun. Somebody out there is up to it. All right, okay, and then we've got the Ten of Cups. So can you make your fantasies come true? Oh yeah, we got a music class going on the spaceship, and we're already doing it, so I already know what's going on. But here in the physical, if we have to do our music, let's do that. But we're already doing it on the spaceship, so whether we do it here or not, it doesn't matter. But that's another reason why I have a playlist, many of them. Look how many I have. Every month I have a bunch of songs because I want to do sequels to them. And it's fun. So we're not reliving the past. We're taking what we liked from our past and bringing it into the future. One more thing they wanted me to explain. Most of you are going to be going into a new relationship and you're going to have memories of your past person. Take what you liked from those past memories and bring them into the future. So I'm going to give you an example. We used to barbecue all the time, right? And go to the casino all the time. Well, now we might not be barbecuing all the time with the new person because we don't eat meat no more. So now we might be making different kinds of banana cakes and we don't gamble anymore. So maybe now we're going to go to a lot of different concerts, or we're going to be playing in concerts. So you see what I'm saying? You take the old stuff and you take what you enjoyed the old way, bring it into the new way, confirmation, but bring in what you liked the old way and bring it in. Instead of crying in the corner again because you can't have a barbecue, you can still do stuff with a barbecue and just don't put any meat on the grill. You get what I'm saying. So that's how you take your past song, Dokken, Alone Again, and you're not crying in the corner because you're alone again. You're listening to the guitar riff and you're saying, let's make a song with that kind of guitar. My phone's totally agreeing with me. So, okay, so it's exciting. And if you're not at that part where I'm talking about, then you have some work to do, okay? Because we can't bring the old us into the new us. And we can't bring the old partner and the old memories and the old music into the new, but we can if you're where I'm at. If you're not where I'm at, you can't do that. And again, that's why some of us are alone, because the other person isn't ready yet. Okay? And we're going to end with the King of Pentacles. So you want somebody that's a King of Pentacles. Definitely. And a King of Cups and an Emperor. Those are his main traits, right? 21:12 on the clock. Okay, you guys, I am Miss Mystic. It was a great vibe, and I love you. And don't forget, watch and read. Bye.